Odysseus. The ship of Odysseus.
We don't say.
If we mod all the content in the game, is it still the same Hades?
If every bit of code is retyped.
God. Don't retype your code.
If every bit of code is retyped, and all of the assets are completely changed, and the modes of gameplay are completely changed, it's still the same game.
Malphon hungers. Malphon, I see everything you are.
That's nice, Zagreus.
Special becomes magnetic cutter. Hull deals 20 damage. Magnetized attack and cast bonus. Interesting.
Keepsakes hold power.
That is with my controller right now.
I don't know.
Controller, stop being weird. Command thee!
That's better.
Cool.
How are y'all doing, chat?
Well, time to go get killed again.
At least he's a good sport about it.
Frederick asking, are you going to go back to Ace Attorney eventually, or you didn't like it? I'd go back to it eventually. It's just that it was kind of exhausting.
It is. It's a workout. It's like
it's
like
hard for all of us to do voices for it.
This is a new
play.
thing.
Last time I felt
Wait, what do you?
like this was on the
Yep,
surface.
you only get this once you've been to the surface for the first time.
Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
What is it?
I understand, young
That's Demeter.
that you would seek to leave that bitter darkness for this bitter cold. Quite honestly, I fail to see why. But I'll aid your plight. Why not? For I can offer plenty of assistance, and you soon shall grow fond of it, I think.
So she has frost abilities. Special strong inflicts chill.
Big Me Large Juge has Rick P. Cutie.
See, Hades just needs to chill.
God damn it, Jonas.
Well,
I mean, I feel like you just take the epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surface now.
Let's see. Let's go with Chaos.
It's definitely interesting the rate they kind of dole out new stuff to you.
She once was full of warmth, you know. But lately, as I understand, she is more prone to taking it away.
You face 69% more enemies. Nice.
Nice. Sure, why not? Like, literally the beginning of the run. It's not going to be that much more difficult.
So, in between the multiple fights with Hades, do you have to go battle through more levels too?
You have to get to Hades every time. You always start from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like once you've gotten to Hades once, you can just be like, I want to skip straight to the Hades fight.
Okay, I was unclear.
Time to collect.
But now I
Yeah,
know.
no, you always start from square one. The only thing you're not starting from square one is the mirror upgrades, your weapon unlocks, and your story progression, like character progression.
Gotcha.
Come on.
I never played a lot of Hades. I played a lot of Curse of the Dead Gods, though. Yeah. I mean, many of the roguelikes are very similar. I think the difference is just like how strong is the meta progression stuff. I would say the game that has the strongest one is like Rogue Legacy. Because you start in that game having like 5 damage and like 50 health, and then by the end you have like 1,000 health and deal 1,000 damage.
Get out.
Just because of your meta upgrades. In Hades, it's also pretty strong. You definitely get a lot more powerful as you unlock new stuff outside of the outside of a run. The boons are still very powerful and can determine a lot of what you do in a run.
The curse of chaos has been lifted.
Yeah, who do you still need to give? Hermes needs one. And Demeter.
Demeter.
I haven't given
Oh,
one to
Artemis.
Artemis yet. Where's Zeus?
Alright.
I faintly sense the mark of Goddess Demeter upon you, Her power
Oh,
over
you know what?
entity
You were right.
is
Demeter, I
in
guess.
some respects.
So I thought. I'm like, I think that's the Greek way to say it is Demeter.
To me.
You got a faded thing. Oh, here you go. Now you can give her a Hector.
Lady Artemis, I hope that you'll accept this offering for all your kindness and support.
Hey, thank you for this, really. And I've just the thing to offer in return. It's just a gift, okay?
Lady Artemis, you honor me.
Say, were you hunting vermin near the surface lately, Zagreus? That's practically just like the real thing. It must have been a thrill.
I'll make every strike count.
Hey, you finished a prophecy.
Whose favor to choose?
Neutrality was not an option here.
Don't be messing with my feelings, Zagreus. My loyalty's hard-won and quickly lost.
Sorry, Artemis. Let's give her a show then.
All right, I'm going to forgive you now, I guess. No need to beg. You just think twice next time, okay?
I mean, I guess you could take the cast one, or you just take the prophesized one, since none of them are that great.
On the prowl.
Oh, now you can give Zeus a nectar. Let's
Time to break you to bits. Lord Uncle Zeus. Lord Zeus, Uncle, please accept this offering and all my gratitude.
Goodness, nephew, that's an offering indeed. I'm thankful for your piety to me. And as a show of generosity to you in turn, I present this.
My thanks, Lord Uncle Zeus.
I gather Lady Demeter's already got a frigid hold on you. Certainly not the warmest member of the clan, now is she? But do be patient with her, she's been through a lot.
Hello, Solosraptor. Hello, Drifter Claps. Hello, Arcus Velis. Welcome.
You can just stack up revenge damage.
I mean, if you had a way to heal, then maybe.
I'm gonna try it anyway because I don't like using the gloves, so I might as well just go a little crazy.
Alright. Oh, are you using them because they gave you the, like, darkness boost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caught out. You're done.
Work faster next time.
Finally. Anything I need?
Hello.
It's the GC. How you be?
Oh, it's going good. I just unexpectedly got jumped out with free things before I joined in here, but okay, I'm good.
That's fine. We've just been watching Rick shred the dead.
Dread the Dad? Okay.
Shred the dead.
Well, hopefully at some
Yeah.
point you can shred the dad.
Shred the dad.
Why is that not like a Zombieland movie? Shrek the Dead.
You're forbidden from offering further assistance to Prince Zagreus. Do we understand each other?
Why, absolutely, Master Thanatos. I wouldn't think of it. My mind is fully occupied with all the latest boulder-pushing strategies besides.
Enough. Get back to work, and I'll get back to mine.
You all right there, sir?
Surprise.
Hey, sir.
Oh, I'm doing very well, thanks, Prince. I'm not afraid of him. I mean, what have I got to lose? Now,
And he has a point there. He's already in, like, eternal punishment, so...
Yeah.
Then here you go.
Got it.
I mean, can't go to double hell.
I mean, I think that's what Chaos is supposed to be, or the Chaos Realm.
Oh.
And you
It's
can't
like a
send
double hell.
Place, mate.
and you can't send Olympus because that's
Your
promoting.
special becomes a flying kick that deals 40 base damage twice.
What?
Or hold special for longer range and up to plus 100% base damage.
Nice.
Or, while using your attack or special, you are sturdy.
I don't like sturdy. I don't like sturdy, and I don't like retaliation effects. I'd prefer to just not take damage in the first place.
I mean, that would be ideal, but I'm not that good.
What does sturdy do again?
They give me the rush kick.
It's you take 30% less damage while you're in the middle of doing an attack.
Which sister this time? We meet again.
By the way he phrased that. Which sister this time?
Made you stronger, Zagreus. You're fortunate to have Nyx helping you.
No hard feelings. I think she feels partly responsible for all of this.
She shouldn't. The only one responsible for all of this is you. And I thought even you would have understood that by now.
At least Megara has a sensible idea about it.
Oh, by the way, do I sound clear? I changed my mic settings over the weekend.
You're very clear.
You sound a lot clearer.
Cool! Yeah, I have a friend who's like an expert with this stuff.
Oh, we're being raided.
Really... Oh, we are?
Yeah. That's what a raid of Party 9.
Hello, Klaus von Wolf.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, Wolfie Wolves.
We are the Root Crew, and this is Awesome Games Done Rick.
I'm getting
Playing Hades.
I'm getting the raid spray ready.
Shred my dad.
So, Frost is just like a slowdown effect? What does that even do on bosses? Because it doesn't look like her attacks are playing slower or something.
Guess it'd be like the there might be another power up for Poseidon where or whoever that gave you knockback on some attacks, and then another power up gave you bonus damage against bosses when you attempt to knock them back. So maybe there's another thing that's like, hey, when bosses are frozen, they do whatever.
You just get a legendary level boon, and all it is bosses can be frozen.
Up we go then. There. Hot up here. Could use the rod of fishing there.
Fishing.
It's a fishing game now, guys.
Games.
Anticipation.
Anticipation.
Come on up.
Patient.
Got a crustacean.
Anticipation.
Very cultured.
Alright, so what does this do again?
I don't know.
It's nice and warm out here.
Don't know either. I think I'm literally at the same point you are now, Rick, so I don't know what anything is anymore. Hades is kind of fallen by the wayside for me while I play through Elden Ring.
Come on out.
Ever since I picked up Frost Frostlight in that game, it continues to get a lot each from level 10 now.
I'll take that. Course is set. power of the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
What again?
He sounds so disinterested. Just like, oh, Sun's fomenting rebellion and defying me.
I should not be the supervisor here.
All mine.
You took out Hades' hearts, how could you?
Who's getting punched?
And this feels like Diablo monk fighting now. Wow. Just zooming across the map and beating everybody.
Yep.
Message for me.
You've been ready for my pub, haven't you, cuz? Wonderful guy. Don't get to spend a lot of time together, though. You know how that is. Well, see ya.
Felt that.
Speed.
Time for another voyage aboard the Barge of Death.
Ooh, I like the Barge of Death.
That is a very edgy bug.
Yeah. I mean, why would you ever pay for the entire boat ride if all you're gonna need is the edge?
Nice.
In the name of Hades.
Yeah, I played Monk in Diablo 3 as my first class as well, just because it was so fun punching things. But it still made no sense wearing a staff or batons, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember who I played first in Diablo 3. I think the Warrior Berserker or whatever was my favorite, though.
Witch Doctor was my second favorite. Love some of all those toads and spiders.
Is there an archer?
There's a hunter.
Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter.
Nice.
No, when I play, like, fantasy RPGs that have sort of that basic, like, setup to them of the different classes and stuff, my goal is usually to try and find if you can play a crit wizard. So some kind of spell slinger that is focused on critical strikes.
For safekeeping.
So I very much appreciate any system that has critical strikes in magic damage, and it's not just a, like, sword and board thing.
I just want to summon an army, take over the world. Is it that simple? That was actually one of the reasons why I played Diablo 2 so much. I wanted an army of skeletons and minions, and I loved it. And then it was hilarious that I couldn't stop except for the door. I was like, alright, line up and go for the door, guys. Don't just stuff yourself in the door.
Riverboatman Charon has been keeping plenty busy lately, thanks to me.
Yeah, I tend to go for summoner builds, but I'm not super big on like necromancy stuff, which tends to be the premier way of doing that in games.
Kill or be killed.
Hydra.
Have your head.
I like that the caption was head and then S in the parentheses. It's very cute.
You know, this game really needs like a making of documentary or an art of book or something. You know, I really want to see like the process.
Oh, let's go see Danny O'Dwyer. What have you done?
I feel like there has to be.
Well, I mean, you know, we're seeing the end result, but I feel like there must have been an enormous
I know there's no
amount
clip. There is a no clip video on it.
Nice.
I remember a time when there was like a one no clip video a year, and now they're coming out so regularly because he's got a full studio behind him now.
Let me take a look at that channel.
Danny O'Dwyer.
I might want to check that. Oh.
You know, Jonas, swing it. Yes, Jeffrey, I am a necromancer. Yeah, but two necromancer.
When I was younger, I'd be more like, ooh, I want to know more about the lore of the world and that. And these days, it's kind of like, no, I want to know how you got from like point A to point B. I want to know exactly what the thought process was that went into the no doubt massive amount of design in this game. You know,
I don't want to know why the Star Wars engineers made a certain gun thing. I want to know what German submachine gun did they use on set, and then what, you know, model kit did they smash onto it to make it sci-fi.
Is that what they do?
Yeah. The all of the original Star Wars guns are like World War II weapons that just have a bunch of shit put on them.
Oh. Huh, how about that?
And clear.
It's like Han Solo's blaster is just I think it's just a Luger morph with like a weird suppressor on it, and then a big scope, and that's it.
You know, back when they did the first Star Trek movie in the 70s, they just like glued on, like they'd spray paint stuff and glue it onto the Enterprise model, like, you know, like you know, like plastic razors.
Correcting me, Mauser C96.
Oh, okay, nice.
Let's think about this.
But yeah, they just in those days, because you know the model wouldn't be seen up close, they just glued crap onto it. They did it with like Close Encounters also. Like there's just, you know, like a lot of that stuff is just like mundane items that have been spray painted silver or something, little prongs and shit. I really like practical effect solutions like that.
Yeah, practical effects are the best. As a person who works in like CG graphics and video game stuff, still love practical effects more than CGI.
Yeah. I mean, you know, guys like Harryhausen did a lot with you know, like old school analog effects. You know, you can stretch it pretty far. It's just everyone leans on CGI these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause you can press undo with CGI.
Yeah. Can we get another take? Sure, let me press the play button again.
Right.
Instead of being like, well, we just blew up our one model. If you want to do another take, that's another $50,000 for another plasticine model.
You still get some directors who do interesting things with practical effects, although it's just not as common anymore.
Okay.
Better get cracking.
I don't know if it was maybe it must have been Stoker or somebody told me the story about Toy Story 2 where like they lost the entire movie.
Yes. They lost the entire movie. Somebody basically did a commit on their whatever internal server was, and completely erased the entire repository. And the only reason the movie survived is because there was one lady who was working from home because she was on maternal leave,
Right.
and she had the entire film project on her laptop. So they were able to re-upload it.
I guess this was before the cloud era, I suppose.
Well, no, because it was a repository. Like, even on cloud stuff, if you just drop table, or if you just delete the repository, it's gone.
Man, that's too much power.
New employee, Little Bobby Tables.
Yeah.
And the day after, they bought a whole bunch of tape backups.
Well, this is Toy Story 2. I don't know if they were still using tape.
Or whatever. What year was this? It was like 2000...
But yeah, that's definitely a point where they're just like, okay, we're going to do daily backups now.
Yeah. All right, Toy Story 2.
Overnight, we're going to just write the entire repository to a backup.
Right. Okay, so it was 1999, so they probably... zip drives, whatever.
I wonder about the films that has happened to that they didn't have a backup that we just never heard about.
I don't know.
She'll keep me going.
Can imagine how many, any kind of projects have been lost to stuff like that.
I'm sure that if that happens, well, probably most of those we never hear about it because, they don't want to. In this day and age, they probably don't want it to get out that something like that happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, you're kind of making excuses at that point. You're just like, oh, we lost our whole movie. It would have been really cool, but yeah, it's all gone now, and it's just like, cool, I guess.
I'll just take that.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a project do anything like that, but I've definitely... There are several projects I worked on where they're not uploaded to a repository, and I'm always slightly nervous, despite never having a computer die on me, that it's just like, and tomorrow you're going to open up your computer and the blue smoke has escaped the machine.
Yay! I need to learn how GitHub works. That's on my list. Whenever I learn Python.
Farewell for now, sinister ball of butterflies.
It took me forever to learn exactly what it is, because it's like, I don't know, push and pulls. To my mind, the phrases push and pull are reversed.
Right. I have a broad understanding of it because I have a friend who created a webcomic engine that runs on GitHub, and he tried to walk us through it, and I more or less understand it conceptually. But I mean, the details still elude me. I'm gonna have to sit down with it at some point.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think I was talking about looking into doing something like that at one point, where it's just like, for putting art in a repository, it usually just completely overwrites the file. And I was wondering, I was thinking about maybe trying to look into a way that you could actually merge images in a way that you could have multiple people work on the same image and merge both of their changes.
How would you merge the changes? Like different layers, or what would that do?
I mean, I guess. Yeah,
well,
if they each touch different layers, then that's easy enough.
Well, I guess my question is okay, you've got two people working simultaneously on the same image, but they're doing different changes. Obviously they can't save at the same instant. There's going to be a millisecond difference even if they try to. So if you have two contradictory versions, how does that resolve?
Well, that's the thing. That's a merge conflict, and there would be a way in order to make it work together. So,
okay. I'm just curious.
Like I said, with how GitHub works right now, one image would overwrite, one PSD file would overwrite the other PSD file. We'd only ever have one.
Right.
But the idea I'm thinking of is just this person made changes on layer 47, and then save the PSD file.
Yeah.
And then somebody later having, they have the earlier version before those changes on layer 47, made changes to layer 25, and then they want to upload, but they don't have the changes to layer 47.
Right.
So how it works now is it would delete the changes that were on layer 47.
I mean,
but I'm wondering if there's a way to be like, well, these are on different layers, so let's just accept the changes on both of those layers.
Yeah, I don't know, because like you need something that can parse PSD files correctly, which is possible, but be interesting.
No.
No?
It's definitely not impossible.
Okay. No, I'm saying it is possible. I said.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said that's impossible. I'm just like,
No, I'm sure there's a way.
Photoshop likes to say their products are
immediately calling Jonas on his bullshit.
Yeah. Road.
Nobody likes to say all their products are closed and you have to have like proprietary software to open them up. That's not true at all.
Well, no, I mean a CSP can open PSD files. So can other programs, but I mean I don't know.
I
don't
opened
know
up
about
a PSD file in Paint.
Yeah.
And it had the layers still.
I don't know how to layer parse. I mean, there's got to be a way.
What?
Well, okay, so I'm using Paint.net.
Oh.
Not MS Paint.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you get layers in Paint?
It's the same way you can get 3D animation in in PowerPoint.
Fake it till you make it.
Well, no, it's because PowerPoint has 3D animation like baked into it for some fucking reason. Have you ever seen the video where somebody explains all the weird and wild features PowerPoint has just below the surface? It is like so over-engineered, and there's so many extra stuff in it that has no.
Well, you never know what you'll
there.
need for your presentation.
Bill just wanted to flex, Go on.
I would not be surprised if that's why some of the things were in there. That's a thing that developers do. Oh, I think I can make this thing. It's not needed at all, but I want to see if I can.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things where like they gave you 3 months to work on the project and you finished it in 2 weeks, and you're just like, what else can I shove into this?
But no, the interesting thing about the whole like collaborative multi-layer idea is because CSP has a collaborative thingy like that for multi-page Clip Studio files, but it's weird and kind of like difficult to use and inefficient in certain ways.
You could always just use draw file.
Yeah, you're technically correct, I suppose. I've never gotten a lot of mileage on a draw pile, but
I'm glad they are at least keeping up support on it.
That's true. Yeah.
I heard a lot of complaints about Open Canvas.
Yeah, Open Canvas kind of went nowhere.
Okay, so I've only time to put Doom in this image editor. Hell yeah! Have your image editor open WAD files.
Microsoft PowerPoint run Doom.
But can Baba run Doom?
Windows Task Manager runs Doom. 896 cores.
I thought, like, didn't somebody install like a graphing calculator or some
Oh my
shit?
god, this is amazing.
I mean, you can run Doom on literally anything, right? I've seen people. I've seen Doom run on a pregnancy test.
On an abacus.
Shouldn't I be the champion of Elysium now that I've beaten you? Isn't there someone else around to challenge me? Say Heracles? Someone less chatty?
Oh, Zagreus is absolutely the Prince of Sass.
Yes. Oh my god, Ray. Are you serious?
But you shall dearly pay nevertheless.
Who does this?
Now, Hellspawn.
Ah, they didn't use the pregnancy test as the hardware, they just used it as the screen output. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's better. Who looks at like it looks like Windows Process Manager and says, "Boy, I wish this would run Doom."
This seems like the perfect type of setup fight where you could like make one of them crash into another.
If you have what's her name? If you have Aphrodite's call that allows you to charm an enemy, you can get them to fight each other.
Oh, nice.
But the charm only lasts for like a second, and usually it takes them longer than that to even reach the other person. Yeah, luckily the Blade Rifts don't seem to be trigger DC's shield too often, so they're actually getting some damage in.
Different opposites, Beamers, yeah.
Memes beyond our wildest dreams.
The memes, Jack.
The ends justify the memes.
The DNA of the soul.
The DNA of the soul?
It's from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, where that's literally a line, was the memes, Jack, the DNA of the soul. He's talking about cultural memes, not internet memes, but also this game was made in like 2009.
Right.
So it's like they could have not known what they were doing.
Yeah, at this point, you know, it's people are gonna quote it like that.
The game itself is also extremely silly, so it's entirely possible, yeah, they do exactly what they were doing. Doctor, turn off my cringe inhibitors.
Dummy thick, etc., etc.
Oh, also, while the guy is, like, laboriously monologuing at you during that scene, there's just, like, a goon off to the side who's just, like, petting a street cat and, like, gets out on all fours and, like, gently pats its head.
Was this
like, while he's
before or after Raiden with his is trying to sneak around incognito with a poncho and sombrero over his cybernetic body?
The sneaking around was before. Because he went to Mexico, he found the child abduction lab, and that's when he figured out he needed to go to Denver.
Oh, right, with the child brains.
Yep.
This sounds
the child
really
brains that
strange.
still have their eyeballs connected so they can creepily stare at you.
Yes.
Wow, that sounds weird out of context. Awesome.
It's weird in context. Very bizarre game.
I love we both say that at the same time.
I can do this. I can do this.
Alright.
Is it the labyrinth?
You can do this.
Yep, you can do this.
Nope, can't do this.
Temple
Yeah,
6. Now, Jonas, it's time.
Time for what?
We have to fight Cerberus.
Oh no, not the puppy!
Yes, I'm sorry, Jonas. We're gonna fight the puppy.
The puppy.
We're gonna have to kill the puppy.
Oh no!
No, you have to.
No.
You have to beat the puppy.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry for egging
We're
you.
gonna give him a treat, and when we do, he goes on his way.
I thought that would have been an appropriately tragic twist. It's like, oh, Cerberus, he's your best friend.
No,
Now
they,
you gotta-
they literally do that the first time you
They
come
set
in.
that up.
Yeah,
It's just like, all right, on your guard. And then it's just like, he laughs, and he's just like, but seriously, like, can you stand aside and let me leave? He's like, can I get you something so you'll leave? And Cerberus
He's like,
like barks approvingly.
That's cute.
Service is all family.
Yeah,
Cerberus
so
is
Rick's
the
now got
cutest, right?
5 rooms, and somewhere in them is the thing is the treat.
In the second, third, fourth, or fifth room is the treat.
And you can go shopping at any time in between them.
You can
Or the
also do
prices
the rooms
are-
in any order you want.
And the
Even
prices
after you get
are-
the treat,
yeah,
you can still keep doing the rooms.
I'd do that.
Which I think
yes.
might be valuable for Rick. Especially since he has the, like, revive buff that heals him to, like, 150 if he would die. And that happens once per chamber. So you probably just farm all of the rooms.
Rats, one of the most terrifying enemies in Elden Ring.
Rats. Why did it have to be rats?
Oh, Ray, you know something I realized the other day that makes me very upset? I completely skipped over the Snake Lady's quest line. She's just gone from my world now. I never got to see her.
I haven't really gotten that far yet. I've mostly been screwing around in Limgrave, Weeping Peninsula, and the lakes.
Okay. I have gotten to the Erd Tree, and the second half of the game has begun, I believe.
I keep trying to find a build that I like.
I tried to do Dex Faith, but there's just no good weapon for it. So I changed it up to be.
Oh,
Dex
you don't
Faith.
like the Erd Tree dagger?
No. I tried to use the Tree Spear, and it's so freaking slow. No, so I ended up going Dex Sand, and now I'm using Moon Veil, which only after I started using it did I realize it's like the meta weapon, so...
Yeah, it Moon Veil and using the Vigikatana with Hoarfrost Stomp. Those are the two big things I see. Some people dual wielding them.
So Surfer says, Snake Lady is the most pure and wonderful cinnamon bun ever.
So of course she has to die, like everyone else in that game. I'm hearing.
No!
Is he gonna fight Dusa?
Not.
No, we're talking about Elden Ring.
Oh, alright.
Cypher Pata is my go-to weapon, and I
You do
love
fight
it.
a Medusa, but not Dusa.
Right.
I think I found a Medusa yet.
Hoarfrost Stomp breaks everything. Yeah, I've seen some people who've used it. It seems pretty good. I've been loving using, the Moon Veil. It's very funny, all of the enemies that you can break stance by just shooting them with it. It's like, why? Why does this deal so much stance damage?
So far, like Cypher Pata is pretty much the only weapon I'm going to stick with in the whole run, but the two things I've been getting along very well with are the Wrath of Gold and the Frost Lightning, which I just picked up this weekend, and I love it. Ugh. Just raining lightning from the sky, just thing on the ground. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm really bad at parrying and dodging. Margaret taught me that. Margaret taught me that. So I've just been using a shield all the time and going incredibly tanky, which works well enough, but it's also kind of boring, and it makes me feel like I'm really bad at the game because I can't play anything else.
Well, when I first played Dark Souls, that's what I did too. The first one.
Sack already. Just the foul sack I need.
I like how even Zagreus is just like, hey, we got it on the second room. Nice.
Doesn't matter. We need to go through more of them.
Rick's like, gotta farm. Not here to speedrun, despite the name of the stream.
I like your style.
No, they're games done Rick, not games done quick. Can't use that name; it's copyrighted.
Is it?
Probably at this point, yeah. But
Yeah, you're probably right.
it's fine.
I assume you would receive a very gently worded email if you try to call something games done quick.
Probably. I imagine they're pretty chill about it.
3A route, I don't think it matters if the build is good for these rooms or not. Rick's doing a lot of damage, and he's got the upgraded revival. Which, speaking of which, how many charges do you have left on that? You probably want to make sure you leave one for Hades.
On what?
On the thing that makes your unbreakable determination or give you more life. Is it 3 more charges? Is that the one I'm seeing?
Stubborn Defiance restores 50% more health than usual. Duration 3 encounters.
So that might be your timer if you don't want that to tick down to 0 before you get to Hades. I guess it just depends if you want that extra heal, you want that extra health, or if you want some more damage.
Snake stones.
Ouch. Oof. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Hello Spectre says, also I totally didn't send an email to From Software asking for more Snake waifu stuff in the future. Ah, you horny son of a bitch.
I do wonder what the DLC, if they have it, is going to be like.
Oh man, Support Fire is so good.
What if it's just a cleanup game with Dusa where you just go around dusting everything?
And you have invaders who are coming in and making everything all messy.
Young Zagreus, once you arrive, do tell Lord Ares here that his great power's not worth anything without my own.
Ooh.
Wars have their causes, among which many
Duoboon? 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 Yeah, Duoboon!
Impulses toward war, O goddess Demeter.
Oh, dual boon. I wasn't sure what you were saying.
Duoboons are typically very strong, but they're kind of rare.
Nice.
Cast inflicts chill, but is smaller and moves slower.
Let's go, team. Pleasure doing business. Gods grant me strength.
Liked her design, by the way. That first time I seen her, actually.
Demeter? Yeah.
Oh, so this was her first time?
This is the first one we've had her. Yeah, she showed up in the very first room. Because, first time you see Hades, she shows up as the first boon.
Bye for now, boy.
Cerberus Vanquish.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Have to do this.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat him with this build.
This
build has like an absolutely absurd amount of damage output for me not even paying that close of attention, but I take too much damage just using it.
Can you get him to phase 2?
The heavens and the earth. All of this belongs to my brothers. We are their kin by birth. But we are foreigners in their country.
No. No mournful speeches. Now get out of my way.
You impertinent brat. Fine. Impulsiveness runs in the family.
Shut up. Where'd he go?
Oh. He invisible.
Upgrades cannon.
Oh yeah, and you don't have a God's Call. Oof. I didn't even realize that.
Does he have multiple gauges, or is this it?
He has multiple.
Okay.
I thought you planned to handle this yourself.
I wasn't gonna spoil it.
Oh, did I spoil? I'm sorry.
Yes, you spoil it.
Well, if Rick already knows, then it's fine. But yeah, so if you, once you get him to 0, being the god of the dead, he's just like, I decide to not die. And so he doesn't. And he goes back to full health.
So we gotta bore him to death, okay.
No, he only does that once.
Yeah, I should have
Should've.
avoided that, but like I said, I don't actually like using the gloves.
That's fair. Yeah, it's hard to dodge the sweep attack when I think if you're up in his face with the gloves, your dash is shorter than the radius of the sweep. So you literally can't dodge out of it.
Oh, the gloves are actually very strong. They just are super close range all the time, which is like the problem.
Glass cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it is my custom to give pointers to our visitors who come in voluntarily because I do pick up a lot of bits and pieces talking here to everyone about, you know, dying.
Zagreus. He told me that I ought to evade more of your attacks next time. So you just watch your back out there because I know your secrets thanks to Hypnos here.
On Megara? He's trying to help you. You really gotta burn him so badly?
Give fish to head chef.
This fish. Cooking's one way to pass the time.
Oh.
Deal.
Get some
What did
more
he give
keys for that.
I didn't see that. What did he give you?
He gave you 3 keys.
Also,
Oh.
here, I need one more.
You're trying to fleece me here.
What's the... There was a thing you could buy at the bottom for 25 darkness. From the broker.
3 chthonic keys.
That might be good.
I think it is.
I want to hold on to my darkness now.
Alright.
I don't need any extra chthonic keys yet.
The rest is sad you didn't buy anything. Oh yeah, we did.
Oh, Dad's not back yet.
Maybe it's a good thing.
I hope I haven't been inconveniencing you too much with all the visits to the temple lately, boy. Say, how do you get back? Charon giving you a lift?
Thus asks the prince his question of the guardian of the gates of hell, knowing full well the multi-headed monster keeps a wide berth of the river Bodden, as do all with any sense.
Rude.
Just kidding, boy.
Here.
These shades have to say for
Really think
themselves.
Lord Hades is going to hear me out. Cause of death, elephant.
Not eaten, not disemboweled, not crushed, just elephant.
Yeah.
That's really all you need to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know you got sat on.
He's like, yeah, I did the fucking around and the finding out. Now I'm here.
Cause of death found out.
Orpheus, forgive my bluntness here, but I have to ask. Why won't you sing? You were a legend, mate. Our court musician.
Why, it's that I've lost my muse, my friend. It isn't harder to explain than that. Have you not had such moments in your life where you had lost the will to chase your passions?
I suppose I have, yeah. But recently I found my drive again. And that's why I have to get out of here.
And I am truly happy for you, friend. Alas, I've had no luck in my own search. Not that I'm searching any longer, so I'll just be over here, okay?
Oh boy.
What if we just talk to like the muses? I mean, they're literal in this setting, so.
I finally made it to the surface, Nix. Confronted
Well,
Father
I
there out in
mean,
the cold.
who do you think is his
I walked
muse?
past him, but I was so close.
I wonder. If only there was a classical Greek story that paired Orpheus with some other character that he risked life and limb to help. And if only that character were somewhere in this game.
Do not despair, as I told you before. With effort and with time, most any setback can be overcome. Even your father.
Effort and time.
Oh, hey, you brought some fish. Could smell it all the way from down the hall. That's great. The head chef can take it off your hands. Should be right in the back of the lounge like always. Thanks for helping us out, Prince.
Sure.
You.
Anytime Meg talks, it's like the whole game's just gone anime.
Oh, what do we have here? Privilege status. Deal bonus damage versus foes afflicted by at least 2 status curse effects, plus 20% per rank. Or, family favorite, deal bonus damage for each Olympian whose boons you have, plus 2.5% per rank.
Wow.
Olympian favor, raise your chance for a boon to be rare, plus 1% per rank. Or Dark Foresight, raise your chance for rewards, including...
I think it's Chaos Rewards.
No, so it's
No,
the...
that's any boon. Daedalus hammers, coin, and pomegranates, plus 2% per
Yeah.
rank.
So it's you have a greater chance to have one of the like more challenging but more rewarding rooms.
Need 30 keys for the next 2 talents.
All set.
Let's chat more batter, boyo. Hit me already.
There you hit.
Oh, what's going on?
I think I'll try this one.
That one, huh?
Exegriff.
You can just add more blood to it.
More blood for the blood god.
I don't even know if that's necessary.
Wait, now who's the blood god in Greek pantheon?
Don't know if there is a blood god.
Ares?
Maybe?
Oh, never mind. Icar is apparently.
Well, Icar is blood of the gods.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right.
It's pronounced Icar, but...
Whatever. Potato, potato.
Enyo? Enyo? E-N-Y-O.
We're getting
that. I'll ever be.
Goddess of War.
Daughter of Ares, goddess of war.
That you took care of Theseus down in Elysium of late there, Zach. Nice work. Never liked that one between us. There's this nice
Not familiar with this
one.
one.
One time and he just dumped her rotten. I don't like that, man.
pop.
Dash.
Ah, yes, the gun.
Ready.
Did they make reload R3? That's very annoying.
You not change the controls?
Can I?
The game has a built-in dead zone setting. Oh, that's so nice. For people like me with their crappy old controllers.
So reload should be... Make that L3, see if that does any better.
Or maybe Codex, since you probably won't be using that much in combat.
That
Yeah.
Who else?
The gods have spoken.
Your father must have told you that his governance over the underworld is due more to the weaving of the fates than by his choice. Admittedly, he got the short end of the stick, whereas Poseidon and myself, why, we've been doing rather well indeed.
Damn it. Yeah, he got the short end of the stick. Sucks to be him. Anyway, bye.
Let me have it.
Mostly doing these because I need to talk to Chaos more. It's a good boons.
Practically unseen, son of Hades. It is quite difficult even for me to sense your presence at times. The Olympians catch their glimpses now and then, but you are always in a shroud. Thus is the influence of Nyx.
Take damage on special, and then you get an extra cast, or you take damage on cast, and then you get special damage. Or you take bonus damage all around, but you get dash strike damage. Alright, just don't cast for 3 rooms. It seems easy when you have the...
When you have gun.
Electric gun.
Zeus got a gun, boys.
My daddy's got a gun, my daddy's got a gun, my daddy's
Yeah.
got a gun, you better run.
Having the gun also have chain attacks on it seems pretty good.
Yeah. There's a hammer that does that as well, that allows the attacks to chain. It's gonna be good in the chambers, but I don't know how much it'll do on bosses. I guess it depends how many ads there are in the room.
Probably not many for very long.
Sorry, wrong chamber.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a new thing?
Looks like.
I've not seen this before.
What?
It's like a spellcasting assassin. Keeps doing the nothing personnel kid teleport.
Its way into your hands, cousin. A malignant thing if you were to ask me, and not one I would ever use myself. Unless perhaps I had no other choice. I suppose it must have been that way for you.
No, not really. I just like it. It goes boom.
It goes boom and it gives me more darkness. Hello, Zapper Fox.
Oh, there was a thing in there.
Ringers.
Ringers? What? Alright, now you're into new stuff that I haven't seen before. Oh, they're floating hands. Weird.
The curse of chaos has expired.
I like strong drink. Remember, you do get a fountain after each.
And it is
area boss.
fated.
It's true.
You're not gonna take the. Okay. I was gonna suggest you take the gemstone one.
There we go.
Sure, let's do it.
My coffers are not yours for pillaging.
Yeah, they are.
Your coffers are not yours for hoarding. It's a free market. Free. That means I get to take whatever I want.
Damnable fools.
There we are.
90. Nice.
Sick. The pillaging will continue until compliance has occurred. Oh, now I'm wondering if there's a hammer for this. I wonder if you can get a hammer upgrade that just says whenever you dash, you reload the gun.
That'd be nice.
Because that's always the thing I see in, like, several shooter games that have something like that. I'm thinking, like, Destiny and stuff, where it's like, oh, you have the cowboy reload, where you do a combat roll and reload while you're doing the combat roll.
Powered up.
Yeah.
Or Overwatch as well, but yeah.
Missed the thing again. Not even looking for it. I need to start looking for it.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a couple more now in the old areas, now that you've gotten to Hades a few times.
Hello, coin. Should help keep me going.
Need dataless hammer. Sisyphus is nice, but only gives me like currency stuff, so.
Yeah, you're at the point where getting meta materials doesn't really increase your damage. That's sort of what you're focusing on a lot.
Special deals 300% base damage in a large area. It can hurt you. Attack seeks the nearest foe. Special spreads 5 bombs. I want this one again. I'm sorry. I know there's other fated choices, but I want this. Especially with the chaos boosting the damage output anyway.
Cheers, mate.
Deal more damage while 3 or more foes are hangover afflicted.
Phew, that's good. I'll just have a look around.
Nice conversation.
I bet Electo's next. Guess I was wrong. I was really hoping we could change the subject. Please? Not again.
That was easy.
I'm innocent.
Don't mind low health. That was easy.
Did you enjoy the stint in Tartarus?
Well, Father, I'm trespassing through your secret hall and going up.
No, Stoker.
Stoker!
Hey, Stoker.
Hello! I heard y'all are in hell.
Yep.
Yep.
It's just not the same when I'm not there.
Yeah.
Bat.
Yeah.
It's Bat.
Jonas. It's a Jonas.
Bat.
It's a Jonas. His name is Jonas.
Whenever to get me out of here.
He was a bonus.
How's it going, Stoker?
It's going alright. How are you doing, Jonas? You still creating buildings? Out of nothing? Did y'all know that Jonas can just create buildings out of nothing?
Yeah, I just...
He's a sorcerer!
And that's exactly why I've come here to burn him at the stake.
Oh, see? Now we're gonna fix him, boss. He is the witch.
No, I've been being a big blunderhole lately. I was gushing at Stoker about all the plugins that I've been playing with.
It's true. He's found all kinds of nice plug-in things in Blender.
There's stuff that makes like rocks. And, there's like quickie building generators that can, like big windows and doors and stuff. And there's a damage thing called OCD, which is one-click damage, and they're just really good. And I've been like making all sorts of like flawed-looking environments.
No, Jonas, I insist that all my environments be perfect.
Yes, thank you.
I say it like this.
Well said. But yeah, this is sort of been my weekend of just fooling around. Tomorrow I get back to missions, but today it's just like whatever. Gonna do polygons and shit.
Ooh, that sounds fancy and schmancy, Jonas.
It is. It's very fancy.
And maybe a little bit schmancy.
A gift.
Marcus West says Jones is finally going poly. Yeah.
That is very dumb. I love it.
Damn,
I love dumb things.
Don't hold back.
Not you. I'm saying the joke.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it, Jonas, you're dumb.
Oh, I'm not dumb.
Joker.
Yes.
Your face.
Joker, my fragile ego.
Sorry, Jonas, I take it all back. Except that part.
All right. Except
Don't make Fennec girls from glass houses.
That's why I've been looking at these plugins. I need to I'm basically looking to create a workflow for generating backgrounds with about the minimum amount of work.
You know, guys, my pop never gives his lightning blessings to me. He's quite invested in what happens to you, isn't he?
I mean, you invent a good one of those, you're probably set for life.
Yeah. Well, okay. The golden, the Holy Grail, the golden chalice is procedural nodes, because those things just go like, oh, I'm gonna stretch the queue to be this wide, and procedural nodes are like, oh, I'll make that a city, with buildings and doodly woodlies and shit. It's all preformed and you don't have to do anything.
Let's get out of here.
But it still kind of baffles me right now, doing node stuff, because math.
Somebody fine out there.
So in the meantime, I'm gathering architectural plugins and things that can make bevels and cracks and railings and steps and escalators and etc. It's fun.
Your face is fun.
Well,
I know what I said.
But no, I actually really enjoy creating environments.
Well, good. I'm glad that you're having fun with it, Jonas. I was saying to him earlier that all we need is something that can easily create crowd scenes, and we're really in good shape.
Yeah. There's overkill stuff where if you want to do your animation project and have a swarm of generic undead soldiers or something running around and bouncing off each other, then there's software for that. But that's not what I need.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah.
Also, that requires a modicum of programming, which is still on my to-do list. So who all's going to TFF?
I mean, I'm definitely going there since it's down the street from me.
Nice. Anyone in chat? Any of y'all going to TFF?
Hello, I'm here.
Hey.
Hello.
Are you going to TFF?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not this year.
Oh. Well, dang.
Sorry. You can probably expect me next year.
Yeah, ditto.
And then it got real quiet.
Yeah. I just thought this was the year I was gonna meet everyone.
Sorry.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It'll happen. It's
No,
well, you've
I
already
know.
met me once.
I wonder, are there any big cons in like Louisiana or Arkansas that we could meet like halfway?
Not to the best of my knowledge. The closest one.
Am I ever? You're always
Does
so
does
generous.
MFM even exist anymore?
And sing.
Oh,
Do you have
I
many
think
guests
so,
come
yeah.
by? Your place seems somewhat off the
My ex and I did that one once many years ago. It seemed like a nice con. It has an ice cream social.
Yeah, it's still around.
I'll be. It's not
There's
huge,
always-
but it's fun.
And there's always like free week in Atlanta.
Ah, yes, Foie. I would like to
Foie.
return to Foie someday.
Wah. But
Foie? Foie.
you know, I do want to go to more cons. Like I really do. And like I want to like see people. So who knows? Maybe I'll start doing that again this year. Maybe I'll hunker down and get a dealer's table. Or like
We
or
could
just-
always deal penny stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could.
I mean, we do need to make merch at some point.
Yeah, I know.
You've been building out the brand. You really need to cash in on it.
Yeah, seriously.
I tend
Help me
to
be a sellout.
I
Now's
tend
your
to-
chance to be a sellout. Be a big sellout.
It was in my head. It was in my head.
Sellout.
I'm imagining penny dockies, but they're like for regular sized pillows because she's so small.
Oh,
Oh, that's adorable.
that's cute.
Yeah, they're like throw pillows.
Very cool.
That'd be so cute.
Just what I need.
You can throw Penny around. Wait.
Yeah.
Do not throw the penny.
Do not yeet the pen.
How many Fricons are there now? There's like 30 or 40, isn't there?
Cons?
Yeah, there's tons of them now, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I was asking if there's one in Louisiana. As far as I think, there's like usually one big one in each state.
Usually, but you can't completely count on that these days.
Yeah.
Bayou Furry Bash.
Where's that?
It's to be held in. Okay, is it Metairie?
No, yes, it is Metairie. I'm so used to you intentionally mispronouncing that I said no before you said it.
Yeah, I usually call it Metairie to piss off Stoker. But
Yeah, it's Metairie. I know where that is.
Louisiana has some weird town names like Nacogdoches and
That's pronounced Natchitoches, thank you.
and Baytown Ruugi. Anyway,
Nacogdoches?
No, it's Natchitoches.
Okay. That's a different thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they were going to be doing it in 2021, but that didn't happen. So it's gonna
Why?
be...
Did something happen in 2021?
Yeah, I don't know. Kinda, but yeah, they have like a gator mascot with overalls and a straw hat.
Of course they do.
That's
It was
adorable.
either that or the frickin' pelican.
There's
Yes.
Astrofer that was happening in Houston started last year, I think, was the first year. And they're like not sponsor, what would it be? Mascot, I guess, is a furry version of Laika, the Russian dog that was like the first animal in space.
Aww.
Okay, I'm just sorry. I
Jonas?
came up with some dark jokes there. I'm just gonna
Jonas.
I'm just gonna to go on.
Jonas,
Mel.
I have to put you
Jonas,
in timeout.
Nonus.
Notice.
Don't gonus there, Jonas.
Yeah, this is definitely a rolled-up newspaper moment.
come back.
I once came up with a character who was a Schrodinger's cat, and she was like half of her was like zombie and irradiated. Anyway, you get it.
Yeah, I think I've seen. I think I've actually seen a couple of people do that. It's a good idea. I like. I fully support this. I fully support zombie cats.
That's not how Schrodinger's cat works. It's not half dead and half alive.
Yeah,
it's either one or the other.
It's
Oh, what's that, Miller? You say it's half dead and half alive? I'm glad you agree. Wow, I can't believe that Schrodinger invented zombie half-dead cats. What a scientific innovator he was.
There's a shoot 'em up for you.
Pleasant temperature.
Just think, if it hadn't been for Schrodinger, we wouldn't have The Walking Dead.
Remember the time he fought Nikola Tesla with the Death Ray and the zombies?
That time he fought Nicholas Tesla with chainsaw in the chainsaw duel.
God, it's like
like just
getting into Axe Cop territory here.
It was like
Yeah, we
Alan
don't need
Whitlock.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. We need Nikola Tesla versus Schrodinger.
That's it right there. Exactly.
And then it turns out they both end up teaming up to fight Thomas Edison.
Yes, because Thomas Edison is an actual, like, mad scientist megalomaniac.
Yeah.
He would absolutely be the villain.
You like electrocuted an elephant.
Alright, no.
He did.
Tesla one. No, I think, wasn't Tesla more? Which of them made the earthquake machine?
Oh, that's Tesla.
Yeah.
Did they actually make an earthquake machine?
I don't think it's ever been proven, but it sounds like something that he could potentially have done.
It's a story that gets passed around a lot, but yeah, the veracity of it is not necessarily there.
I like to believe that he made one, but that it didn't necessarily work.
The only guy who knew for sure died of earthquake.
Under very suspicious circumstances.
Yeah.
Suspicious earthquake.
He was coming home from the grocery store one night, and there was an earthquake hiding behind his car.
Don't you hate when they do that?
Anyway.
That's why you always gotta tap on your hood in winter.
To scare out the earthquakes.
That's why they say earthquake weather.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, the earthquake machine was basically just like a heavy metal bar that vibrated back and forth, and it did it in such a way that eventually it found the resonance of whatever it was attached to, and just kept vibrating at that frequency until whatever it was attached to fell apart.
So what, it's like a big tuning fork?
No, it's more like a big metronome. But it oscillates back and forth instead of rotating.
Thanatos.
In the name of Hades.
Or it oscillates linearly, I should say.
Who's better at this, Zagreus? Stand down.
Supposedly, he was showing it off, he attached it to his own building, he turned it on, and within a couple of seconds, he realized his massive mistake and took a hammer to it and destroyed it. And it's like, I'm never doing that again.
Well, you know, you can't make an omelet without causing an earthquake.
Again, this is sort of the, like, wives' tale story of it.
Ha! Joke's on you. He never had a wife. The thing that keeps me up at night when it comes to Nikola Tesla is how he once had a plan to basically wirelessly transmit free power all around the world, but no one was willing to help him build it because there was no way to make money off it.
I mean, wasn't it also a thing that people like looked at the designs and it was like, oh, or at least modern people have looked at it and they're just like, oh, he was literally going to bathe the entire nation in microwaves.
Details. I'm a big picture guy. Listen. It could have ushered in the X-Men, okay?
Uh-huh.
That's how that works, right?
No.
I've got to hand it to you, Zag.
Are you telling me that Stan Lee lied to me?
He lied to you personally.
He did. He came by my house and was like, Tesla would have made the X-Men real. And I'm like, Stan Lee, what are you doing here? And he's like, I don't know either. It was a very deep conversation that we had.
Stan Lee came to my house one day and told me he was going to make Canadian superheroes, and he named it Wolverine. I was like, cool.
That rules.
As
Sounds
of
to me like that Wolverine guy might be going places.
Well, yeah, that was sideburns. Funny thing is when I discovered the furry fandom, I was like, Wolverine. They used to like jokes that Wolverine's so hairy. Would they classify him as a furry if that were the case? Yeah.
I think Batman is more likely to be classified as a furry.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, but he dresses up as one. Wolverine's
He has a fursona. All of his stuff is themed around it. He has a suit. He's suspiciously wealthy. I mean,
okay. Oh, Wolverine's natural.
And his girlfriend also has a fursona. We're talking about Batman, Jonas. Hey Jonas, do you remember that episode of Batman the Animated Series where that mad scientist turned Catwoman into an actual furry?
Yes.
That sure was something that happened, huh?
I mean... yeah, that happened.
I love how we're just both like, yeah, that happened. Be honest, it wasn't one of the better episodes.
No, it wasn't. Although I'm sure that was the moment for some folks.
Probably. You know, it's funny. The animated series did pretty well with a lot of the characters, but it actually took them quite a while to get Catwoman right. Like, they actually didn't find her character, in my opinion, until Season 2.
Fishing point there.
Season 2 of what, sorry? The animated series?
Batman the Animated Series, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's in, like, what, 4 episodes of Season 1? Like, none of them really feel like her, you know?
Well, no, it's been a while.
Other corner of this realm. This one is mine.
You know, I forget what she was like in Season 1, in fact. Even though...
Well, they kept doing, like, damsel in distress stuff with her, which was one of the problems.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, now it's come back like lightning.
She was, like, not morally ambiguous. She was, like, very much a good guy in the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by the time...
No, go ahead, Jonas.
I think by the time they did the art revamp, you know, like right around the era where the Superman show was starting up, she got a little more, you know, a little less... She was basically like a villain. You know, she was kind of like...
Yeah, by the time they'd done the art revamp, they had definitely gotten a handle on her. But that started even in the pre-art revamp days. Like, the second season, she was only in, like, 2 episodes, but she was fantastic in both of them. And in one of those 2 episodes, she met Scarface and the ventriloquist.
Yeah, I'm thinking about all the like, oh no, I got turned into a furry episodes of those shows. Like prior to the 2000s or so, generally that trope was considered like it was like, oh no, I'm horrible, I'm a monster. You know, like
Uh-huh.
Well, they didn't really design them like monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't make them look intentionally sexy back then. Things are different now.
Yeah, things are different now. They're either nowadays furry characters are either deliberately sexy or they're like marshmallows. They're like not sexy at all. And then the fandom takes those anyway, and you know.
I was gonna say, like, you will find someone who can find literally anything sexy.
Oh. And then there's all those like weird awkward moments in Gumball.
They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. That show is in its own lane.
God, Jonas, have you ever seen the tent scene?
I think you showed me.
God, that makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, it's good. It's so good.
I dare to ask, no.
You're better off not knowing, Jason.
Yeah, I think I'll pass that subject.
Did it freeze up for you guys?
No.
Oh, that's weird.
Jonas, did hell freeze over for you?
No, it was like the audio and sound just like locked for a second on my screen. It's not doing it for a second. It might be some weird meta hiccup.
Just realized once again I'm not in the Twitch chat. Oh yeah, body horror stuff with Clayface and with a bunch of Batman Beyond characters. You know, the first appearance of Clayface has some incredible, like, transformation sequences. Like the second episode, because I think the first episode had a different animation studio working on it.
Do you remember that one messed up episode where Clayface, like, sent out a piece of himself and it became sentient? Like,
yes.
Like, yeah. Just, yeah.
Clayface is my favorite villain back then. I still can't believe Batman had the gall to basically turn on all those TVs and mess with his mind like that.
Well, you know.
Batman, I mean, you're the kind that doesn't want to kill people, right? You're gonna kill this guy's head, mind or brain doing that.
Well, he didn't, completely know what was going to happen when he did that.
Yeah.
You can't make an omelet without destroying a Clayface.
What if Clayface, like, tried to merchandise bits of himself as mugs and, like, ended up really small, like, fight me, Batman! Also, buy my stuff!
Oh gosh, that reminds me, Jonas. Have you seen any of the Harley Quinn animated series?
Only what you've shown me. I must confess I'm not hugely interested, but,
Well, that's because you're a butt and you hate fun things.
I know, I'm just,
Wow,
Go
how
on.
it is.
I was gonna mention it because their version of Clayface is extremely funny.
Oh yeah, the drama
he's
guy.
Voiced,
yes.
he's voiced by Alan Tudyk, as is the Joker, funny enough. He's voiced by Alan Tudyk, and the way he plays Clayface is as a really hammy actor who doesn't know how to pull back.
Nice.
And so, like, anytime Clayface has to impersonate someone, he doesn't just, like, oh, you have to be the mailman. He has to come up with, like, a whole backstory and motivation for them. And, like, there's one where, like, in his first episode, literally he does have to pretend to be a mailman. They're trying to infiltrate Maxie Zeus's mansion. And he pulls this whole thing where he's like, oh, I'm your long-lost son! It's very amusing. I like Clayface. He's my favorite shape-shifting mud man.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Of the prestigious list of choices you have.
Yeah, you've got
There's
like,
more than
Clayface,
one on the list.
You've got Odo.
Odo's not a mudman. He's a slime man.
Oh, all right.
Shifter.
Oh God, now I'm imagining Odo with one of those cute little like slime faces, like the anime slime face.
See, you think of the cute anime slime faces. I immediately
Clark.
thought of the goofy grinning.
I am a slime girl now.
Ah!
And what happened then? Find out in Miller's 79-part DS9 fanfic.
Oh no! Why would you go there?
Anyway, that's why I now have a litter of oh fuck, I can't remember what Clark's species is called.
Ferengi.
No,
That's
no.
why I now have a litter of Ferengi offspring.
Oh no, it's wrong. It's so wrong.
And that's why I have a litter of offspring.
Anyway,
yeah,
this sure went places.
It did.
And I tried practicing Quark's voice vocals when I was a kid because I just liked the way he talked, but I couldn't pull it off. Not only that, but you could tell he had that dripping of evil business office voice. I just couldn't replicate that.
Nobody can. Not even him.
I'm sure people can.
Nope, nobody.
Did I ever tell you guys a story about how the Morn actor was just hanging out at conference?
I don't remember if you did tell me this.
Yeah, there's not much
Was
to
he
it.
in his fursuit, his alien fursuit?
No, he was not. But he had a table and he was signing autographs, and it was like I was just browsing the tables at this was like 2002 maybe, and I was just browsing the tables, and there he is. He's just hanging out, and I was like, and I was just like, what are you doing here?
Jonas is like, why? Why are you here? What happened? What happened to lead you to this point in your life?
What did he say?
I think he lived near there. Like that was the reason he was there, and he was just I guess he just did it on a whim. But yeah, I got an autographed. I don't know where the hell it is, but I have an autographed picture of Morn. From
Fantastic.
him. Yeah, he's actually really nice. Really. Just
I can
very
believe
chill.
that.
Yeah. It was odd.
What if you had to ask Morn? You're like, what are you doing here, Morn? And he was just like, I'm here for the porn.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh God.
And you're like, well, now I feel forlorn.
All right, get out. But yeah, it was the most random thing.
The most random thing.
Well, most random things ever. Actually, no. There were more random things that happened to me at FurryCon.
Like that one time you were just walking around the dealer's room and the screen suddenly went blurry and you were attacked by like little rabbits on floating cabbages.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, like a random encounter.
Yeah, thank you. I did conk out once under a table at a room party while Meet the Feebles was playing.
I mean, that's just what drunk people do, Jonas.
There was okay.
You don't have to be at a furry con.
Yeah, no. Yeah. There was also one time where I got like hammered and like demanded McNuggets, and like someone actually went and got them for me.
Jonas hankering for those McNuggies.
I felt so. No, I should not have been eating anything at that point.
A man needs his nugs.
Yeah, well, I mean, but yeah, I felt so bad just being like on the floor, just like, oh, I want some McNuggets. Someone get me some, like, and then so he goes and does it. I felt so bad. And then after that, I ate about half of them and then just left them there and like wobbled back to my room.
You monster. Do you even know who it was that got those for you?
Don't know who got me the McNuggets. But
What if that person is listening right now and is like, Jonas, you
grinding
didn't
his
even
axe.
finish them?
I didn't finish them, and I didn't pay for them. I am.
You have to expect these things when you do something for somebody who's drunk. So,
Jonas, do you realize you still owe that person like $2?
Oh no! Oh god!
I bet it's in here.
What about you all? Do you guys have any awkward furry con stories?
I haven't been to enough yet. I want to accumulate some of those stories.
I mean, at the end of the day, isn't every FurryCon story just a little bit awkward?
You're not
Let me
wrong.
think. Let me think. What's, do I have any particular... do I have any particularly awkward stories that I feel comfortable sharing on the stream?
Yeah. I was gonna say there are a couple that obviously we can't tell. But, you know.
Oh yeah, like that. You remember that one time with the.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that was yeah, that was
after
something.
hours and the
Yeah,
you know, and the chicken and
the whipped cream.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
the everything bagels.
And they had to call the management. And,
You guys are dorks.
No, but I like how correct me if I'm wrong, Jonas, but you have a tendency whenever you go to these things to dress fairly normally.
Oh yeah, no, I don't dress up at all. If I unclip my badge, no one knows that I'm a con goer. I mean, I have basically.
You don't carry around a giant coffee cup mug with you?
Yeah, that's my persona. No, I basically dress the way I usually do, which is a black shirt and camo shorts.
Yeah, and like, tell me if I'm getting this story wrong, Jonas. I remember at one point in one of these cons, you told me you got into an elevator with like some business types.
Yeah, the business guys.
There was a convention. They had their own con thing going on,
Yeah.
and like you looked at them and you were like, "So do you know what's going on?"
Yeah.
You were acting like you.
Right, and the exec was like, I don't know, I think they're sports mascots or something.
One time when I was doing FC, so those of you who have seen me in my con getup know that I have a tendency to wear like one of those flowing gothy coats.
No.
To these, you know the one, Jonas.
Say
You
it
know
ain't
the one.
so.
And so I'm walking the streets of downtown, making my way back to the convention center, and I am waiting to cross at the crosswalk, and I reach there roughly the same time as like a 7-foot dragon in like full medieval armor.
Yeah.
And he and I, like literally as if in sync, we turn to look at each other, silently nod, and then look back at the light. And meanwhile, there's a couple of guys behind us who are coming up, and they're talking, and when they see the two of us waiting at the light, their conversation just completely ceases. Like they go totally silent. And just as the light is changing, I hear one of them go, "What is happening?" I live for moments like that.
See you, boy.
God, I can think of so many like 1 a.m. meetups at Denny's during a con where like,
oh god,
those are the best though.
They're so embarrassing, though.
I've done those after a Magic tournament, and oh, it feels so good. It's just like the most comfortable thing ever. I don't know if that's anybody else's experience, but that's mine.
Well, okay, I can't help but notice like the looks on the staff's faces when during those little events.
Well,
and me and my
I didn't
friends.
get that. But then again, we were just a
That's
bunch of,
that's
like,
why I liked
nerds.
going to brew house because they were all into it.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, like I'd be with like 5 or 6 of my artist friends, and they'd be drawing like crudely drawn, smut on like the paper placemats, and I'm just like hiding my face, like, no, stop.
Oh, they're the furries that everyone worries about.
Yeah, I mean,
the furries that we worries.
I wouldn't care as much now. Nowadays, it's just like, yeah, whatever. But when I was like, when I was your age, when I was in my 20s, it was like, no, my precious reputation, blah, blah, blah,
But these strange servers that I'll never see again in my life.
I don't know. It's just, you know how it is when you're 20-something.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, these days would be like, yeah, whatever. Here, I'll join in.
No, Jonas will lean over and be just like, no, you need to move the shoulder over here and then do the arms like this if you want to
Redlining on a napkin.
Redline it.
I could see that so easily. Yes?
Did you ever go to the Klingon parties?
No, I never went to the
Never went to the
Klingon. I can't say that's my scene.
It's not my scene either, but I went because I was like fascinated by their presence, just at the fur cons, God, I wonder if the Morn actor ever went to the. Oh man.
Yeah.
Listen, Jonas, what happens at the Klingon party stays at the Klingon party.
Oh, am I supposed to dodge that?
Something or other.
Well put.
Just take the.
My friend, at one of the parties, my friend came up with this horrible drink on the spot that was like Goldschlager and coffee.
There was this one guy, I'm not gonna mention his name in stream, but he brought his like homemade craft beers to a con I was at, and he made one that was called Nacho Beer.
Oh no!
It had like jalapeno juice in it.
Why would you do that?
Oh, I loved it.
Really? Nice.
It was great.
I had a friend.
That sounds like a Stoker thing.
Who got bagel beer and really wanted me to try it because
beer.
Yeah. Yeah. There was.
Did you refuse to try the bagel beer, Jonas?
No, I tried the bagel beer. It was.
Absolutely gut-wrenching.
Okay, you don't really want the taste of onion in beer, in my humble opinion.
Well, Jonas, you just needed to get some lox with it.
Yeah, just get some cream cheese liquor and just pour that in there.
Your youth provides you with a certain mindless strength, but such power has its limits.
Alright, here we go.
Is this the last one?
Last phase.
So this is the final battle?
If he can get Hades' health to 0 here, then he has finished the game once.
Oh, shit.
Now to unlock everything, you need to play it a mere 167 more times.
To unlock everything, probably, yeah. But I think to finish the story, you have to beat Hades, like, 9 times?
Good God. God.
It's just one of those things where it's like each time you do it, it gets easier the next time. So it's like once you've done the first one, the other 8 follow up.
Listen to those drums.
That's on yourself.
Yes, Jonas.
No, I'm not actually clearing the code.
A likely story.
I'm trying to give Rick some quiet time here so he can focus on this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, same here. This actually looks incredibly difficult.
He's just trying to keep an eye out, I think, mostly for that circular attack this week.
Yes.
That one.
Ow.
Often as you like.
And that was awesome.
And he just barely clipped you with it too.
So rude.
Ah, he's strong, I'll give him that.
So close. I was so close.
So close, yes.
The gun seemed to be working really well.
Here's the thing, I keep asking around about them, and no one seems to know what I'm talking about. Could you maybe describe them for me, please?
Why don't you ask
What?
Father when he's back?
He has the list of how people died, but when you die to Hades, it just says redacted.
Lord Achilles, for someone with such a number of heroic deeds and glorious decapitations.
More like
You ought to be more
redacted.
like ever boastful Zagreus and talk it up some more.
You see what I did there?
Oh, fear not, Orpheus. I was quite boastful in my day.
Yeah, you see what I did
What a
there.
terrible night to have eyes.
I've not never seen tales as tall as those of our Prince Zagreus.
What can I say? I try.
What? Go about your business, Zag. What if Lord Hades saw us chatting like this now? I risked everything by helping you out there and still you failed.
Turns out there's quite a lot of dead to fight down in the underworld. Though I probably got farther than I would have thanks to you.
Always happy to oblige. Especially when it causes me to risk my station. To risk everything I've worked for.
Bye.
Thanatos is kind of a dick.
Well, what do you expect? He's just, and, you know what? I don't actually have a joke for that. I'm backing out.
You are returned. Your father is not here and you are back. Then it can only mean one thing. Are you alright, my child?
Yes, I think so, Nix. Returning here by Father's hand does put a special sting into it, though. So, any invaluable tips on how to vanquish him? Some hidden weaknesses only you know about? Something like that?
You know his weaknesses better than anyone. Better even than he. It pains me to know that the conflict between you could not be settled in some other way. But if this is how it has to be, destroy him for me. Next you fight up there. However long it takes. Would you do that?
I would. I will. Something smells good. Always a pleasure.
Ooh.
Okay, so I still don't know what the ambrosia even does. Does for gifting to close friends, improving special items, or trade.
Sounds like if you give them enough for the... What was the original stuff called again? The original juice?
The nectar?
Yeah, then you move up to that. That's what it sounds like to me, anyway. You go from nectar to then up to ambrosia.
Sounds like a pain in the nectar to me. Thank you, I'll be here all night.
That went over my head, sorry.
I was trying to think of some sort of gibberish to follow that up with.
Alright, it went over my head too.
And it's just about midnight.
Yep. No matter what happened, that was going to be the last run for today, I think.
Farthest chamber reach, 59.
I like it when you try to just give up at home. It's like, sorry, no giving up here. You can't give up at home.
Alrighty.
Okay, we are done for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Next time
are
you'll get
we?
Yeah. I think you're pretty close to finishing it.
Just need to figure
Or at
out.
least beating Hades once.
Yeah, I just need to figure out a good build somehow.
Well, there's random practice about
I don't know if
you.
a good build is something you figure out as much as you kind of trip
Get
your way
handed.
into. Yeah.
Yeah,
One of
wait,
those
yes.
kind of games, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, because a lot of the times you just look at 3 boons and like 2 of them are regular rarity and one of them's epic, and you're just like, well, take the epic one. Hope the one I got is good.
Nice.
I've got to play this sooner or later. Of course, I still haven't even played Bastion yet. That's how far behind I am.
Yeah, I'm waiting until they makes the Norse gods version of this.
I was playing Hades, but
I
you
don't
want
know
to
if
play
they
it
would
more and
do
more.
another game like this. That's not really their style. I mean, yes, their games are all action brawlers, but I don't know if they would do like the roguelite thing again.
I want to see a version with the Norse myths, the Norse myth characters, but they all talk like 90s California surfer dudes, and it's called Ella.
All right, look. Let's just wrap this up
Now
now.
I'm imagining
Have a good night, everybody.
Now I'm imagining Hellblade sending you a sacrifice with that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Good night, folks.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night. Have a
Have a
hella
good
good night.
All right, get out.